what particular fragrance could you possibly spray on like that and not choke on a heavy, laden scent like most fragrances are when you first spray them on? Well, on today's 9th edition of My 2 Cents, when we come back, we're going to talk about 2 fragrances from the house of 4711, why I think they are summer bangers, that and more, so stay tuned. Hey guys, and welcome back. I know that was a strange introduction to a video today, but wanted to kind of capture your attention because really there are very few fragrances that you can spray on like that without having to leave the room or hold your breath or without choking out on them. But when you think about concentration of oils and specifically eau de cologne, 4711 is a traditional eau de cologne fragrance house originally created by Maurer and Wirtz in Germany, in Cologne, Germany. When you think of it originally starting in 1799 to today, that's quite a track record. So they must be doing something right. So today we're going to look at, on My 2 Cents, a couple of their Aqua Colonia Intense fragrances. Without further ado, the very first fragrance we're going to take a look at from their Aqua Colonia Intense collection is, just the name alone, Wakening Woods of Scandinavia, is just enough to kind of give you that chill, peaceful feeling, because when you think of a forest, you think the temperature drops to a really nice, cool 69 degrees. It's perfect. The air is filtered, the sun is filtered, everything just is a really nice, peaceful, and that's the feeling and the sensation that you get from this fragrance. Now, typically you'll notice so far anyway on My 2 Cents, there's an unboxing and first impressions. Well, that's not what this segment is all about. It really, that just happens to be the fragrances up to date, that I've been doing up to this 9th edition. However, it's about any fragrance, whether I've used them or whether they're brand new, it doesn't matter. So let's take a little bit of a closer look at this presentation. Now, I'm not going to do this for both of these bottles because they're both very similar, just a little bit of difference in color, but the format is exactly the same. So let's take a closer look at Wakening Woods of Scandinavia. Let's talk a little bit about the note breakdown of Wakening Woods of Scandinavia. Wakening Woods of Scandinavia features top notes of bergamot, coriander, and pink pepper, with heart notes of rose, osmanthus, and jasmine, resting on a base of patchouli, frankincense, and fir absolute. It's aromatic, it's woody, it's elegant, and what sets this apart really is the fir absolute that's used in here. It's actually extracted from pine needles, and that's what gives it its particularly signature scent or flavor that is balsamic. It's lightly fruity on the very periphery of the fragrance. You get this kind of fruity overtones. It reminds me of another very expensive fragrance that is from Armani, and that is Armani Eau de Cedre. If you like this, which basically is cedar water, if you like this, then you'll really enjoy Wakening Woods of Scandinavia. Now, they don't smell identical, but side by side, there are very, very similar attributes and characteristics of each fragrance. Now, Aqua Colonia Intense isn't just for marketing purposes. It actually is a more intense version of the eau de cologne. So while you don't get like a feeling that it is a parfum or anything of that nature, it still retains that light feeling that you can just overspray and spray, just like I did at the beginning of the video, but it lasts a lot longer. You're gonna get a bit more longevity out of this than you will just your standard 4711 spritz and go. Obviously, these are considered higher end on the 4711 hierarchy because you do have atomizers in each one of these, and the atomizers work great. You saw a good example of that at the beginning of this video, but there you go. I mean, it sprays just as good as any of your expensive atomizers. Really, man, I love that. If you like a woody, lightly fruity, cedar feeling sense of, it's just got a very, very spruce pine sensation about it, you're gonna love Wakening Woods of Scandinavia. And the best thing about them is they're very inexpensive. This is a 170 ml bottle, so what, 5.7 fluid ounces, and you're only paying about 26 bucks for it. That's the wonderful thing about it. You don't have to worry about overspraying, you don't have to worry about overdoing it or overusing it, because you've got 170 fluid ounces worth, and you can just buy another one because it's super inexpensive. All right, guys, the second fragrance we're going to take a look at in 4711's Aqua Colonia Intense collection is Sunny Seaside of Zanzibar. Just think of the smell of your favorite suntan lotion. It makes you feel like you're at the beach, soaking up the rays, getting some much needed R&R. That's what this smells like, and that's what it reminds me of, except it's a little bit more exotic because it does feature some really interesting notes. So let's talk about that note breakdown. Sunny Seaside of Zanzibar features top notes of watermelon and star anise, with heart notes of frangipani, coconut, and musk, resting on a base of vanilla, cedarwood, and vetiver. It's tropical, it's exotic, it's even a little bit sensual because of some of the notes in there. They use a particular ingredient in here called vanilla planifolia that is grown specifically in tropical climates. And so you get that vanillic tropical sensation along with a combination of that musk, coconut, and vanilla together. Again, that's what makes it smell like suntan lotion, but then you get that essence that this goes a little bit further because you even have spicier notes such as star anise and a little bit of fruity watermelon in the open there, which watermelon isn't a tropical fruit, but it definitely engenders ideas of being in the great outdoors, enjoying life, and that's what this fragrance is all about. Talk about immediately creating the sensation of laying out and blissing out under the summer sun. Sunny Seaside of Zanzibar will definitely do that for you. The beaches of Zanzibar, if you've never seen it, Google it. They're amazing, super exotic, super beautiful. And you don't actually have to go there to enjoy the sensation. You can use 4711's Aqua Colonia Intense. One thing I love about both of these fragrances and really any scent from 4711 is you get this really nice, chill, relaxing, casual sensation, which is overtly the presentation of the fragrances. That's what they're all about. They're all about chilling out, relaxing, enjoying the best that life has to offer in a lighter concentration so that you don't have to worry about how much you're wearing, so that you don't have to worry about whether it's office friendly or whether someone is allergic to something because you're wearing so light of a fragrance. However, with the intense version, you can expect better longevity. I catch this hours later on myself. It's surprising just how good certain ones. Now, the great thing about 4711 is if you don't care for waking woods of Scandinavia, if you don't really like pine needles or fir balsam, the cedar sensation, and you don't care for coconut and vanilla, they have a ton of different fragrances where they mix certain notes to come up with something that's trendy, nice, fruity, light, that everyone can enjoy. And that's again why they're unisex fragrances. They're targeting everyone. They literally want everyone to enjoy their product. Now, why exactly do I think these are bangers? The reason that I call these bangers, they seem to be the perfect blend and scent for high heat, for the high heat of summer. On a hot, sweltering day, you come inside, you drink a glass of lemonade, you spray on Waking Woods of Scandinavia, and suddenly you feel like you've had a 2-hour nap. It's extremely refreshing. Well, guys, that's it for this 9th edition of My 2 Cents on these 2 cents, with the House of 4711 being our target today. They create some amazing fragrances, some amazing fragrance blends. Now, if you've never heard of 4711 as a house before, I did leave a link in the description below so you can go to their website and check them out. They've got some amazing products, and check out some of their really cool blended fragrances. Well, guys, that's it for this 9th edition of My 2 Cents. Thanks so much for coming along for the ride. I do appreciate you checking out this video, and as always, thank you so much for your support on my channel. I'm Tommy with Studio Sense, and I'll see you tomorrow.